It's 4:16 on the Third Coast Music Network, this pre-Thanksgiving Sunday edition of Third Coast Music Network. And one of our favorite things to do here is to welcome guest musicians who are in town to play. Today we are honored to have Sam Morrow with us. Sam, welcome to KSYM and the Third Coast Music Network. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, good to be back, yeah.
And as I understand, this is not your first time here, is that right? You've
That's
been here before?
correct. I don't know, must have been maybe 6 months ago I was here.
And you're playing tonight at Sam's Burger Joint, 330 East Grayson Street, and you've got Jason James opening for you.
Correct. Yeah.
And Jason will be here a little while, in a little while after we're done with getting caught up with you. What have you been up to since the last time you were here 6 months ago? Doing a lot of traveling, some recording? What else?
Yeah, a lot of time on the road, a lot of miles on the van, and it's good to be back in Texas. And we've just been we did a little Texas run to kind of cap off the year, and this is the last show, and not much going on until next year, so taking a little bit of time off, but
taking the holidays to relax.
Yeah, relax and write. That's now, my relaxing.
You're a Texas native, is that right?
Correct. I'm from Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you live now in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Yeah. Don't ask me why.
Well, I'll scratch that question. Before we go any further, let me thank Dave Ludwig for sticking around after his shift on Blues Avenue to help me out with the interview and getting the tracks lined up that we want to play from Sam. So Dave's going to make sure that everything from the technical side runs smoothly. Sure. Any mistakes on the mic are completely my own. Sam, I wanted to ask you, this is very important and every Texan wants to know, when you come back to Texas from L.A., what do you have to have first, enchiladas or barbecue?
Queso. Yeah.
Excellent. Yes.
So answer C. Yeah.
Excellent.
Any kind of Mexican food, but they don't have queso in California, really.
That's interesting.
When you say queso, they just bring you cheese, and that's not what I'm looking
Melted
for.
Melted Velveeta or something.
Yeah. Just cheese, just grated cheese. And that's not what I can't put that on my chip very easily.
Yeah. People from outside Texas just don't understand sometimes.
A lot of things. Yeah.
So what do you find is the biggest difference between being out in L.A., living as a musician, versus being in Texas?
Oh, man. I mean, I spend a good amount of time on the road, so it's not as much different. The only thing about LA is it's kind of hard to tour out of. There's nothing really close to it. You got to drive pretty far just to get to a gig, unless you're playing in town.
If you're playing in town, that could be a long drive too, depending on traffic.
Depending on traffic, right? Yeah. It's anywhere. The way the music industry is these days, you can kind of do it from anywhere. As long as you got a computer and a van, and a cell phone, there's kind of a growing sort of Americana scene going on out there that I'm sort of a part of, I guess, and but I do miss Texas pretty frequently, so that's why I come back.
Do you have a lot of friends and family still in Texas that
you
get to see?
Sure. Yeah, I got to spend some time with my family in Houston, and I imagine I'll be coming back for a few weeks next month and just hanging out with some family and stuff like that.
Well, that sounds great. Well, we're happy to have you here, and we certainly appreciate you stopping by on our way down to Sam's. We're going to have some tracks we're going to listen to off your latest CD, Concrete and Mud, and you're also going to play a few live from us. So let's start out with something from the CD, and we're going to listen to Paid by the Mile. Can you kind of give us some background, anything you want us to know about the song?
Sure. I co-wrote this song with a fellow named Ted Russell Camp, and we just kind of wanted to give a nod or an ode to the working man or the working musician specifically, and the line is, I wish I could get paid by the mile, which unfortunately is it's not really how it works, but that would be nice, wouldn't it?
It sure would. I'm sure a lot of folks would like to see that again.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's kick it off with Paid by the Mile. This is Sam Morrow, our special in-studio musical guest today. As our special guest, Sam Morrow, Paid by the Mile, from his latest release, Concrete and Mud. And he's in studio with us, and he's playing tonight at Sam's Burger Joint. Jason James opens for him. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8. And when we play the next track off of his CD, we're going to give away a guest spot and a CD. You've got to show up at the gig to pick up the CD, but we're going to give away a couple of guest spots while Sam's here for tonight's show. So, Sam, tell us a little bit about your earliest musical influences, what you grew up kind of listening to.
Yeah, with my dad, it was one of my favorite bands has always been ZZ Top. And
another Texas group.
Another Texas group. My dad's grew up in Houston, so he got to see him as a garage band, and kind of their early days. And when I lived in Texas, I didn't listen to too much country music, just because I sort of had this like punk rock attitude, and everyone around me was listening to country, and
you were rebelling.
Yeah, I was rebelling against it. You know. But I kind of saw the light a little later in life, and I also found the good country music, I think, or the real country music a little later in life, and then that just started kind of spreading my wings a little bit and listening to stuff that I hadn't listened to in a long time, like Little Feat, and more kind of diving into more Skinner's discography rather than just listening to Sweet Home Alabama or something like that, which I think is important to do. But I mean, I could go on and on about influences. I could sit here all day and talk about it, but
so when you started playing, and I guess you were in some pickup bands growing up as a teenager, what types of music did you enjoy playing, or did you have different types of bands that you were part of?
Yeah, I was when I was younger, I did like the emo screamo kind of thing for a while, like metal-y kind of thing, as we do, sort of like I was saying.
Can you
like
still hear?
Punk rock roots, barely. Yeah, barely. My tinnitus is acting up a little bit, but I've always kind of gravitated towards like loud rock and roll, and it's kind of still what we do now if you come to a show, but it's less jumping around and screaming, hopefully. I don't know, depends on the night.
To me, it sounds like a country rock, kind of southern rock
style.
I
mean, I say country, but I mean there's maybe like 2 country cuts on the record. The rest is sort of, I listen to so much different stuff, I just kind of put on there what I hear in my head, and sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's southern rock, sometimes it's country, sometimes it's folky. I try not to box myself in too much. That's everybody else's job.
Well, I think the best musicians can't be confined within certain borders.
Sure,
they have
I
interests.
agree.
They have interests that go across the board.
Yeah.
So we want you to play some tracks live for us, and sing us something and tell us a little something about the selection you want to play.
I'm going to play Heartbreak Man. It's for that first track off the record. And it is sort of me wishing that I could be this person, which is just kind of the person that, breaks hearts rather than gets his heart broken, sort of. So this is to wishful thinking, I guess.
That sounds good.
In between, don't get in the way of a man chasing his dream. Gonna get burned, gonna get set free. Yeah, the road waits for me. There's a fire inside eating up the dough that I can't explain and I can't ignore. Wish I could tell you, but I can't say more. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm a heartbreak man. Yeah, I should have known better. Oh, I'm a heartbreak man. Yeah, you're never gonna piece together a heartbreak man. Could show you where I hope to be, but there's a one-way ticket, and the ticket's for me. I'm paying for it now with my own damn blood on the concrete and mud. like a runaway train that's lost its way, breaking everything that's in my way. Baby, if it's you, then maybe you'll be a little more like me. Oh, I'm a heartbreak man. Yeah, you should have known better. Oh, I'm a heartbreak man. Yeah, you're never gonna piece together a heartbreak man. Should have known better. Oh, I'm a heartbreak man. Yeah, you should have known better. Oh, I'm a heartbreak man. Oh, yeah, you're never gonna piece together a heartbreak man. Yeah, you're never gonna piece together a heartbreak man. Yeah, you're never gonna piece together a heartbreak man.
Heartbreak Man, Sam Morrow, in studio with us here. And I have to say that sounds great, especially considering you're having to use borrowed equipment.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, the guitar sounds good, man.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yours truly is lending a hand with borrowing or lending a guitar to Sam, so he was able to play acoustically for us, and we appreciate that. I do have to say that guitar's never sounded any better than it did in these last 3 minutes.
I don't believe it.
It's good to know what it sounds like when somebody who knows what they're doing is on it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your approach to songwriting, and it's different for everybody. Is yours kind of a structured, disciplined thing? Is it more freewheeling? Do you write as you get the inspiration? How does that work for you?
Yeah, I'm definitely not structured about it. I kind of write when I get some inspiration, and that inspiration like hits me whenever I got to be ready for it. You know, whether I'm driving or in the shower or whatever. I got to get to my phone and record something on the voice memos or write down like a lyric line that I thought of, and then I usually just go back and sort of finish those up. And I heard Ray Wiley say one time that he doesn't work best under pressure. He only works under pressure. And I'm not quoting that exactly, but that's kind of my approach to songwriting, or not approach, but just my way of songwriting is
you need a deadline.
Yeah, I need a deadline, and I'm not this like prolific writing every day. I wish I was, and I guess I could be if I really tried, but I like just practicing guitar, just noodling and stuff like that, which is a lot of what I do,
So do you ever, in the middle of the night, come up with a hook or something, or an inspiration, you have to wake up and record it right then, put it on your phone?
It's never happened to me. Yeah. That would be nice, though, writing while you're dreaming. Yeah.
Well, that means you sleep very soundly, which is good, too.
I do.
And with your travel schedule, I can certainly understand why.
I sleep soundly, but not enough.
Yeah, the life of the traveling musician.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, let's play something off the CD, and we're going to have Dave Ludwig man the phones here, and we're going to take the third caller? Say caller number 3 at 210. What's that?
We're just going to do one pair?
Yeah, one pair of slots on the guest list, and if you show up, you'll get a copy of his latest CD also. Oh, there's caller number 1 already. So caller number 3, as we play Quick Fix from Concrete and Mud, and the number is 210-486-5796. That's 210-486-KSYM. Be the third caller. go see Sam Morrow.
Thank
My
you.
wife watched it and she just laughed through it. So
Yeah, I think people like that.
Yeah.
We
That's
wanted to
pretty
make
cool.
something funny.
And you were the guy sitting in the car waiting on the guy.
I had a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little cameo in that video. I didn't want to be in it, really.
Well, I noticed in the credits there was a stunt driver. So did you ever have to stunt driver for somebody driving into the parking lot?
So it was a Mopar, and it had a racing stick on it, and it's my friend's, and I was like, man, I know how to drive a stick, but I do not want to blow your clutch driving into this driveway right now. So
driving 12 feet.
You just drive it in. I don't know if you've seen a racing stick, but it like kind of comes up and goes out. It's intimidating.
With just a knob on the end.
Yeah, with just a knob on the end.
Yeah.
It's intimidating. So, and that's Cars' baby, So I was like, man, you put on my hat. He already had the beard. You couldn't really see him, but yeah, stunt driver.
Well, that was a very professional looking and funny video.
Thank you.
Now, I noticed on this CD, Concrete and Mud, you've got 3 tracks where Jamie White performs with you.
Yeah, she sings on Paid by the Mile. What else did she sing on? San Fernando, Sunshine, and Skinny Elvis.
Okay. Yeah, Skinny Elvis. It's almost like
it's kind of a duet.
Yeah,
that one's sort of a duet. Yeah.
And Dave Ludwig, hasn't Jamie White been here as a guest in studio?
I don't think
Do you know?
she's been in. She's played Sam's before, though.
So she has played Sam's and has been in San Antonio. Jamie lives in L.A. too. Is that right?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah, she does.
So do you
She's
work
never
much
there
with-
just like me. Yeah. We used to do. Back years ago, we did some tours and stuff together where we shared a band and, paid him for one show and they had to play 2 shows, kind of thing. It worked for us. I don't
Shrewd
know about for
businessman
them.
right there.
Yeah. But yeah, so we became close friends and we worked together on records and stuff and it's good to see kind of both of us sort of doing our own thing and having fun now,
And her latest CD got as much airplay on Third Coast Music as yours did. So that was,
that's a great record.
Yeah. Okay, well, you mentioned San Fernando Sunshine. Jamie White isn't here, but will you do it live for us?
I will try to do it without her, yes.
Thank you, sir.
There he was landing in old LAX. He loved the city, but it didn't love him yet. They keep me on the west side, told the cabbie they got a cool ocean breeze to share a room with a kite. Dreams of movies and songs, just a starting to form. Got a job with the others, pouring coffee lukewarm. The king of San Angelo, yeah, that's where he's from. That ocean breeze gets colder, the more rejection that comes. Oh, San Fernando sunshine. Oh, where you been all this time? Oh, you might. San Fernando sunshine. Can't live off these tips, the rent's too damn high. Nobody come to my shows, they're playing next door same night. Bumper to bumper in this crowded space, gotten so damn hard to find an honest face. Oh, my San Fernando land of sunshine. Oh, where you been all this time? Oh, you're mine, yes sir. Sam for land of sunshine. So here between the hills, away from this cold place, I feel you warm rays while I continue this chase. Oh, San Fernando sunshine. Where you been all this time? Oh, you're my answer. A San Fernando sunshine. Oh, my San Fernando sunshine. San Fernando sunshine.
Very nice. Sam Morrow in studio with us live. He's playing tonight. Sam's Burger Joint, 330 East Grayson Street. The doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Jason James opens for Sam, and Sam will go on 9-ish or so, you think?
Right.
Yeah.
Jason 8, me 9.
Yeah. So have you played a lot with Jason on this tour? Have you all shared?
Not on this tour. We were supposed to play in Dallas, but he had some car trouble. But yeah, I've done some shows with Jason in the past. Speak of the devil, he's walking in right there.
He's on his way in right now.
And yeah, I'm stoked to hear him tonight, man. He's awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to that show. That ought to be a great show. Now, I read, speaking of shows, you had a very well-received set at this year's Americana Fest in Nashville.
Yeah, it was fun, man. At the local. Well, we played about 6 shows there, but that one was a standout for sure.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that yesterday. I was listening online, and the reviewer from NPR.org was very impressed.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It was a fun show, man. There was a good crowd. It was very hot.
Was it?
One of the sweatiest shows I've ever played.
Was it AC on the fritz or what? Was it just the heat over-generating from the stage?
They decided that it was a good idea to just open these sliding doors, so it was basically sort of outside with the AC still on, and then more people that should have been in there were in there. So
that's how many people wanted to come see you and hear you.
I don't know, man.
Gotta take that as a compliment.
Free beer.
Yeah, I think it was the free beer.
Oh, it was the free beer. Okay. I know we need to let you get out of here and get ready for the show. We certainly appreciate you being here. By the way, we're going to play one more track off the CD. Congratulations to Roger, who was our first winner. And as we fire up this next track, we're going to take the third caller again for a pair of slots on the guest list at Sam's Burger Joint tonight. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Sam Morrow, and opening for Sam Morrow will be Jason James, who will be in here in just a few minutes. And Sam, what can you tell us about Skinny Elvis, which is a song I really like on this CD?
Oh yeah, this is one of the duets with Jamie Wyatt. We wanted to kind of do her kind of be the Emmy Lou vocal on this one, Emmy Lou and Graham sort of song. And you know, I had a friend that whenever he would say something was cool, he would say it was Skinny Elvis all day long. And so we decided to write a song about it.
Well, that sounds great. If you'll allow me to, let's send this one out to my 16-year-old Catherine. She's my daughter, who's a big Elvis fan. She's discovered Elvis here in the last year or so, and
that's really good to hear. Yeah.
And she's a musician herself. She played guitar. She got tired of that, so she learned violin. Then once she got tired of that, now she's playing piano. So she'll
find something that she likes.
She's 3 times at least the musician her dad is right now.
Yeah.
Because I can only play a little bit of guitar, but and she also has a good voice. So for you, Catherine, and for everyone else who is a fan of Elvis, let's play Skinny Elvis, and we'll take the third caller. And if you can make it to tonight's show down at Sam's Burger Joint, 330 East Grayson Street, right in the shadow of the Pearl. If you show up, you'll get a CD from our guest, Sam Morrow.